long-awaited
Action.
Minecraft movie just dropped. So the big question, does it live up to the hype? Directed by Jared Hess, this one's got a wild cast. Jason Momoa as Garrett, the Garbage Man Garrison, Jack Black as Steve, Danielle Brooks as Dawn, Emma Myers playing Natalie, and Jennifer Coolidge in a standout role. It runs about 101 minutes and follows a ragtag bunch of misfits who get sucked into the blocky world of Minecraft, where they gotta survive and figure out how the heck to get back home. Expect to see some iconic in-game faces. Yep, creepers and piglins make an appearance. Fun fact, Jack Black clocked over 100 hours playing Minecraft to prep for his role. Oh, and fans, keep your eyes peeled for a sweet tribute to YouTuber Technoblade. It all kicks off with a little kid named Steve, who brings us into the wild world of Minecraft. We're talking about the overworld, the surface of the main world, a never-ending sandbox full of epic stories waiting to be uncovered. Even as a kid, Steve dreamed of becoming the greatest miner in the world, driven by his love for exploring, building, and creating stuff. But every time he tried to go into the local mine, this grumpy old man would block his way. There was a strict rule: no kids allowed, only grown-ups. Time flew by and Steve finally became an adult. But life didn't exactly go as planned. He ended up selling doorknobs for a living. Yep, doorknobs. Same old boring job day in, day out. He felt like his life was slowly going to waste. Then one day, while eating lunch all alone, he remembered that forgotten dream from when he was a kid. With new fire in his heart, he decided to go back to the mine. This time, nothing and no one was going to stop him. And sure enough, he made it. Even though the old man was still there, Steve pushed through and started digging like crazy. Like he was trying to make up for all that lost time. That's when he found two strange artifacts, one crystal cube and another called the Creation Cube. When he put them together, boom, a portal opened up to a magical place, the Overworld, a world where anything was possible. He even came across a pink sheep, and with its wool, he built 3 awesome houses, becoming the architect of his own dreams. On his adventure, Steve met a wild wolf who tried to eat him at first, but with one juicy femur bone, he tamed the beast and named him Dennis. From that moment on, they were tight. Together, they built wonders, shaped the world their way, and soon all the animals joined them in peace. Time flew by, building, exploring, discovering, until one day Steve stumbled across some ancient ruins. Inside, a perfectly placed chest. Inside that chest, a new portal. This one led to the underworld, known as the Nether, a dark, twisted dimension where creativity didn't exist. It was full of piglins, greedy, ruthless, pig-like creatures. And they all served a powerful sorceress called Malgosha. This pig witch had turned evil after a rough childhood. She wanted to be a dancer, but her own kind laughed at her. Even her dad kicked her out, calling her a disgrace. Since then, she's lived off pure hate. Malgosha was obsessed with the Creation Cube. She wanted it to rule every world out there. But Steve, smart and brave, managed to escape with the orb. He gave it to Dennis with one mission: take it back to Earth and hide it where no one would ever find it. Dennis nailed it. He crossed through worlds and hid the most powerful artifact in existence under Steve's waterbed. As long as it stays there, the main world's safe. Years later, we meet Garrett Garrison, a young dude who changed the whole video game scene by becoming the star of a hit arcade game. He had this insane skill, throwing trash with laser precision, that earned him the nickname the Trash Man. He got so famous, he even landed $1 million deal. He had it all, until one day, he got hit with an eviction notice. Just like that, he dragged him from the top, straight to rock bottom. Now, Garrett's completely broke. So yeah, Garrett, broke and desperate for a comeback, hits up this local auction, hoping to score something he could flip for cash. One of the staff tips him off about some old artifact that's supposedly super valuable. Curious, Garrett says he'll consider buying it, if they can cut him a better deal and let him check it out a little more. The auction kicks off, and after a short bidding war, Garrett walks away with the mystery item for $900, agreeing to pay it off in 6 months. But when he opens the box, total letdown, looks completely empty. Frustrated and thinking he got scammed, he slammed the lid shut without realizing the Creation Cube was right there, hidden in plain sight. Blinded by disappointment, he didn't even notice. Someone nearby, hearing him vent about being flat broke, told him maybe it was time to stop chasing treasure at sketchy auctions. Meanwhile, we meet Henry and his big sister Natalie. They just moved to the city after their mom passed away. Natalie, trying to get back on her feet, picked up a modest job that covered rent. At their new place, they were greeted by Dawn, a friendly real estate agent who welcomed them with kind words and a warm vibe. The next morning, Natalie made breakfast for Henry, a pizza to share with his new classmates. She even gave him a bottle of cologne just to show some love. But Henry, still shaken by all the change and grief, barely said thanks and headed out for his first day of school. Elsewhere, Garrett was cleaning out old junk from his shop when Henry walked in. The kid, curious, offered him a slice of pizza in exchange for some advice. Garrett, who liked to call himself the salesman of the game of life, told him his wisdom cost $50 an hour. Joking around, he dropped some real talk. Friends are like puzzles. Sometimes you've got all the pieces, and sometimes you're missing just one to feel whole. He also told him you can't be a team by yourself, but with just one more, you can beat anything. Inspired, Henry left the pizza and made his way to class. At school, he met the principal, who handed him his name tag. During their chat, she randomly shared that her marriage had been dead for years, but they stayed together just for the love of their dog. Later, Henry entered his classroom, where the teacher, super sarcastic, complained